effort to be on board. We'll be going to the next item, which will be the safety brief, and it will be taken by Mr. Marvelous. Mr. Marvelous, if you're ready, you can go ahead.
Okay, we have Edwin. Edwin will take the safety brief. Edwin, please take over.
Okay. Can you take to the next slide, please? Okay, so we are welcome to the launch, the meeting with SPE, and I'll just give us a little brief for those who are watching. From wherever you are, please maintain clear walkways and fire exits. Be aware of the emergency evacuation plan in whichever facility you are. I'm aware some people are joining from their offices or maybe different platforms that they'll be. So be aware of the smoke alarm. Make sure your seat is ergonomically sound and maintain a good sitting posture. We'll be here for around an hour, and you don't want to have a back pain after the meeting. So ensure there's also adequate lighting in your room when you walk to avoid straining your eyes and avoid a trip in case of an object on the floor. Clean your surfaces frequently, and please don't join this meeting if you are driving. You can find a place to park and join up. We'll be here, and you will not miss any part of the fun. So know the hall name at any point, any hall you are, in case you need to be reached out to, or in case you need to request help from where you are. Also know what the fire alarm sounds like, so you can make sure that if you hear the alarm, you know the next steps to take. And know the location of the nearest AED, that's the portable defibrillator. So you can, in case you need to use it, remember relevant emergency phone numbers, including your local emergency number. Know your locations for fire alarm and extinguishers, and also sit back because it's going to be a very good ride. And we expect everyone to pay attention. I'm sure the speakers and the moderators, they are fired up for this event. I welcome you all once again. Sit back and enjoy yourself. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Edwin, for that safety brief. So we expect everyone to be safety conscious, adhere to the safety advice for your own safety. We shall be going to the next item, which will be the opening remark by the chair, membership chair. No other person that Engineer Dumeni Monday in Toba will be giving us his opening remarks. Engineer, please, if you're ready, floor is yours.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Oh, this the opening remark is supposed to take by our assistant chair, so we're trying to get him on call. But in between the program, if you come on call, we'll definitely give you that chance to also talk to us. I want to especially welcome every one of us for joining this first edition of Launch with SPE in this new body. This program is actually organized by the membership team to educate and also enlighten our members, both old and new, and those that will join us after this program on the important and the networking system that SPE has to give out to you. SPE is a professional body that permit me to use what digital technical ideas and technical knowledge to our members. So we have a lot to enjoy on this program. We have a very important and one of my mentors in the industry, Professor Engineer Casey, as one of our speakers. So I believe the speakers and our moderator, Mrs. Ofre, is going to do justice and also throw light to some of the questions that we asked so that we all understand what we stand to benefit in SPE. I want to personally also thank companies that joined this call, the Tesla Drum, Oil Testers, oil staff and hydro staff that have joined this call, and also thank the Pleasure Drum for also approved giving out a giveaway data for our students. So please, I want every one of us to enjoy this program. Stay on call. It's going to be very brief, but please, we, the membership team, will be available to take any of their questions. Those that want to join us as SP member, we are here to attend to immediately to enroll you as SP member so they can benefit a lot that SP has to give to you. Thank you so much. Enjoy your stay in this program.
Thank you very much, Engineer Dumene. We will be handing over the remaining part of this program to the moderator. The moderator is Ofure Chizi. Ofure is a petroleum engineer working with Shell Petroleum Development Company in Nigeria. She's a reservoir engineer, a seasoned reservoir engineer with a lot of experience in different fields. She has also served as the Young Professionals Chair of SP Section 103, where she got a lot of accolades, a lot of awards, including the Giovanni Paccoloni Young Professional Service Award and Outstanding Service Regional Award. And she has quite a bouquet of awards from different bodies and sections. And she is currently the treasurer of Section 103 SPE. She is also involved in providing outreach, network support to over 300 children under the platform of Global Reach Girls, which is a platform that she co-founded. She's quite a very busy person, including being a member of the Project Management Institute. So we have the pleasure of having her in our midst today. Ofure, if you're around, please, the floor is yours. You're welcome.
Yes, I am. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for the introduction. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Awesome. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone on the call, and really happy to be here. I hope we're all doing well, and we're having a great start of the week. Thank you all for joining today's Lunch with SP session. It promises to be an amazing one where we get to learn from an industry expert who's also a great volunteer with SPE, a fantastic volunteer with SPE. We get to hear from him, learn from his story, and see how we can leverage on all that SPE gives us. So I will be moving now to introduce the guest and the speaker for today, the person of Engineer Nkesin Essien, who's going to be our guest on the fireside chat this morning or this afternoon. Yes, Engineer Nkesin Essien is a senior reservoir engineer with TotalEnergies E&P Nigeria Limited. He has over 20 years of comprehensive experience in reservoir monitoring, well performance, oil and gas production optimization, and reservoir studies. He holds a master's degree in petroleum engineering and project management from the prestigious Institute of Petroleum and Energy Studies, University of Port Harcourt. He currently oversees 2 deepwater assets of TotalEnergies E&P Nigeria Limited. And of course, he has had international experiences from working with TotalEnergies in France for about 3 years, where he worked with a multidisciplinary team of various disciplines from reservoir engineers to geologists and also geophysicists. And he's a member of the Nigeria Society of Engineers. He's also a registered member with the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, COREN, and of course is a member of this great society, the Society of Petroleum Engineers. And as a member of this society, he has served in various capacities, first serving as the chair for the NICE Awards Committee. He has also served as a technical paper he has also served in the Technical Paper Review Committee, also in the Student Affairs Committee, and the Oloibiri Lecture Series and Energy Forum, the OLEF. Coming down to section 103, which is our own grade session from 2005 to 2020. He has served in various capacities, especially taking up leadership roles, from being the student affairs chair to the section scholarship chair, and also a treasurer for this grade session. And of course, in those various levels in which he has served, he has, for instance, in the student affairs space, he coordinated the establishment of the University of Calabar Student Chapter and also Cross River State University Student Chapters. I thought we'll be having rounds of applause for this great speaker that we are having this afternoon. Forming a chapter is not a day's job, so him being part of those that founded UNICA and even Cross River State University, he deserves a round of applause. And I know I'm sure there are students from those universities here today, so they will be happy to connect with you today. And of course, even serving as scholarship chair, he has helped students, secondary school students, to garner scholarship awards that has really helped them in their education. So his goal is basically to leverage his extensive technical background and international experience to contribute to the advancements of reservoir engineering practices in Nigeria while driving sustainable growth and operational excellence within the organization. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please welcome our speaker for today, the person of Engineer Ikesen Essien. So please, we can do that virtually. You can do it on the chat. You can do it with the reactions, just to let him know that we are glad to have him here today. You're welcome, sir. Engineer Essien, can you hear me? You need to unmute if you're speaking.
Yeah, very well. I confirm you can hear me.
Yes, I can. I can hear you.
My camera should be showing me. I don't know whether you're seeing my face.
I can see you now.
Okay. Thank you very much for this introduction.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. And as much as possible, I know it's lunchtime. Thank you so much for giving us your lunchtime. We don't take it for granted. And we look forward to getting a lot nuggets about your SP story. I think before we get into the lunch with SP, where we'll talk about SP, I just want to ask you a few questions. It's more or less like a rapid fire side question. We just want to know a bit about you. And it's more or less like an icebreaker. Let's break the ice together before we get into the meat of why we're here. And I'm sorry I'm putting you on the spot, but it's just good to at least get to know about Engineer Essien. So our first question is going to be about superpower. For you, are you someone that would love to be a mind reader, or you prefer to be an invisible? Like, oh, I want to read people's mind, or I just want to stay on the invisibility lane?
Well, I prefer the superpower angle where I can try to read minds, even though it can be challenging sometimes. But I like to take on to it.
I say it's always great reading minds of people because you really can't tell what is in the mind of people. But if you have such superpower, that's a fantastic one. Okay, two or three more. Are you a pet person? If you're a pet person, would you like to have a dog as a pet, or you want to have a bird as a pet?
In as much as I would prefer I'm sure some people will be surprised at that. I'm in between. I love dogs, but not to the extreme. I like the very tiny ones that looks very pretty, so that they don't find trouble.
Everyone.
Oh, I see. You're saying something.
Okay. I struggled to log in, believe me. And so just permit me to spend a few moments here. I'm already seeing that it's going to be exciting, but I have another meeting at 12:45. Thanks, Engineer Nkese, for coming on board. I want to thank the membership chair for organizing this, and with Ofure, it's never going to be a dull moment. For everyone on the call, I think it's a worthy time to be here. I know that we're going to have a nice time. SP is about knowledge sharing, knowledge in our workspace, and that could sometimes mean sharing personal ideologies and information.
So thanks for coming on board once more. And I believe we are going to have a good time. Yeah, I'm going to listen to you because I need to know the man in Kese. So hopefully eat as hard as you can and let's get to know all we need to know. Happy listening, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much, SC.
And please, if I'm not here, the DPC should take the closing remark because we won't have the PC. And in his absence, then you can do it. Hopefully, you can do that, okay? In absence.
No problem, sir. That's fine. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. And yes, the final one on our rapid fire fireside question will be seasons, right? Are you a raining season person or are you a dry season person? I don't want to do winter or summer. We are in Nigeria and we know our own season. So are you a raining season or you prefer the dry season?
I enjoy both because once you don't like the website too often, dry season is needed, rainy season is needed for the abundance of produce in Nigeria. You know, crops thrive under different conditions. So you have to stay in between. Maybe do like I do, a little to the left, a little to the right. And then
I like
you make progress.
Sometimes you need a bit of cold, sometimes you need a bit of heat. All right.
That's correct.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you so much. All right. Let's get into why we are here. And it's all about SPE. And I see a number of persons on the call, from students to young professionals, and even senior members are also on the call here. And you're looking forward to hear about your experience. And the first question today would be, looking at your bio, you served in various capacities in SPE, taking up leadership positions and all of that. We want to know, how has this society contributed to your professional growth and development? So looking at how you've led people, volunteered, has this being a member of this great body contributed to your professional growth?
Thank you very much for this question. It's an important one. So, you know, SPE is a very good platform. It's for me, it provided a lot of technical references. In fact, let me not say provided, we still continue to provide a lot of technical references. You know, in this industry, you cannot claim to know it all. So we continue to update your knowledge. And in most times, you need these resources as reference to some technical challenges, and especially these are our monthly technical meetings. There are some things that you need to know. Maybe when service companies come to present, you know, okay, we have this tool, and then when we're looking like we have been involved in a lot of reservoir monitoring plans. I mean, I've walked around the different locations, onshore, offshore, deep offshore. So we always have one challenge or the other. And going out for these meetings, you get to hear, okay, oh, that solution you can get from there. Then you come back home and apply it. And sometimes there's actually that need to reach out to most of these service providers and say, okay, can you do a quick presentation to us on so and so thing that you presented? And oftentimes, you realize that what you had, you can bring it back home and then try it. So I will start with, in case if you want me to elaborate, you let me know. But for me, again, you have conferences and all those things, it prepares you for the challenge in the industry. Like in the leadership aspect, SPE provide a platform for leadership training. I've been opportunity to attend leadership training organized by SPE outside the country. I've been to Denver, I've been to New Orleans, and I've attended a couple of leadership training there. And I can tell you, you get to learn from people that come from all over the world.
Thank you so much, sir. Indeed, there are lots of perks for being a member of this great society. Like you mentioned, the technical development bit, it can be overemphasized, and of course, getting to connect with different companies that have their own tools as providing solutions to different areas in the industry, and maybe even getting to know the one, for instance, maybe in your team, you're going through a particular challenge and you get to attend a technical session, and that particular technical session was maybe a challenge that you have been facing in your own team, and you get to hear about it, and there's even a tool that can help you provide solution, and then you take it from SP, from that gathering to your team, and then they use such tools and you find a solution and a problem is solved. Of course, that's one area in which SP has been so beneficial. And of course, the resources that it also provides, it can't be overemphasized. There are quite a number and a lot of it. So let's talk about your membership journey, right? Looking at when you started taking up leadership roles in 2005, and of course, you're still part of this board. I know you're also heading one of the teams in this board. Do you think the membership has evolved over the years? In 2005, for instance, some of the students, maybe that was the time they were born, or for some of us, maybe we were still in primary, secondary school, but you were already a member. So looking at it till now, has the membership evolved, and in what way has it evolved in terms of improvement, in terms of like areas in which you think there's been significant growth in SP?
Okay. I'd like to say that, SP is one for all. Even though engineers are members of SP, but now there's been that opening for people from other disciplines to be part of SP. So that is part of the thing that was not happening before. In the past, it was either like only petroleum engineers or those who become petroleum engineers, and now you discover that, okay, over time, SP opens doors to everybody, because there's always one thing or the other to learn from other disciplines. And again, even in the industry where we work, you know that you don't just work in silos. You have a lot of other disciplines that have come in, and then everybody works in synergy. So in your find your profile there's work that is done by the economist, there's work that is done by others, even the finance team. They look at the budget and everything. So all these people are free to be members of SP. And again, SP have come to be entrenched as a body that you cannot ignore. And it's the largest, indeed, the largest professional body in the world. So again, I'm a member of SP, afford everyone the opportunity to actually be a part of all the developments in the industry. So the evolution, again, looking at Nigeria, as in Nigeria here, we have different sections, and we have one thing like the council. This only exists in Nigeria. You don't have SP Council in other countries. You have this in Nigeria. So we have evolved in our own way, and we have availability of resources and a lot of things that we organize. So it was, there are so many things that could be said about the evolution of SP and the way we have come a long way.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, sir. Indeed, your first statement is just captures it all. SP is the home of all. So as far as you're in the industry, be it a lawyer, be it a banker, be it an accountant, be it a finance person, be it an engineer, be it civil, electrical, you have a place in the industry, you should be a member of this great society. So indeed, we've experienced that growth, and it has evolved over time, and it will keep evolving. And that's why we are happy to be a part of this great organization that's not just stiff, it keeps changing as the industry is changing, different trends are coming up, the society is already latching on to it to see how it can develop its members. Thank you so much. So let's talk about opportunities, right? We have young professionals on the call. We also have students that have joined us. I would want you to share insights on key opportunities that SP provides for its members that people can't really find elsewhere. Like, it's only SP that has it all. So we want you to share those opportunities, that are available to us. So in case we have people that are here, they are not yet members, when they hear this opportunity, they're like, wow, I need to join now, this moment, this moment, this moment. Yes, sir.
SPE, like I said, has a lot of technical resources, but I will narrow down to the key benefits that you get as an SPE member, especially for the YPs and also the students. For instance, if you're writing a technical paper, seminar paper, because I leveraged on SPE resources a lot when I was a student. So imagine having thousands of technical paper on the same subject. You can finish any technical paper in one day. You just pick these resources and then review them before you know that your technical paper is ready. And then your lecturer will be wondering, what a genius. So again, for specific SPE members, now we have the one paper. We also have the OTC papers that you can get 10 of them free. You can get 10 free downloads of OTC papers and annual one paper annually, 10 free. That's a lot. And also there are special pricing for other SPE papers, conference proceedings, ebooks, even this one paper. Once you get these 10 downloads free, there are other papers as a member, you get this at discounted rate, special pricing, and sometimes you get complimentary subscription for them without, since you have paid your dues, and you get these papers as complimentary, like JPT. You know that once you are a member, you don't need to pay for JPT. Just choose a section. If you are in Global Dynamics, there is a section for it. You are into drumming, you choose that section, and this paper will just come to you free of charge. So these are valuable resources that you can leverage on. And in terms of membership for YP, you are a young professional. Once you're very active in SPE, there's no way you will not be noticed. And you can never know. You pay for panel interviews, for employment. You are very active, and seniors are always watching. I must say, seniors in SPE, they are always watching. For those, some people that watch Big Brother, they say Big Brother is always watching. So seniors are like Big Brother. They are everywhere. They are always watching. Imagine going to a panel interview for employment, and then you see like 3 SPE members say, who happen to know about your activity? Like you know that this person is very sound. The first thing is that naturally assume that they are biased towards you.
Sure.
So you just need to do little work, and then you don't will be lost. So I will stop there for now. I'm sure YPs are listening, and then that should be one thing they should take home. Even if they don't take anything, take that one home, and your life will not be the same.
Oh my God, I love that. Please take it home. Your life will never remain the same. And indeed, you are spot on, sir. You never can tell. YP is on the call. The next interview you might be going for, it might be a senior member of SPE that will be on the panel, and you need to take your volunteering service serious, so that when you get there, you just gives you an edge. That is what we are saying. It gives you an edge. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. And please, while this session is ongoing, if you have questions for Engineer Essien, please drop it on the chat. We'll take time. We'll have time for a few questions from the audience. So please do well to drop your questions on the chat. And I'm sure you've been having a great time so far listening to him. So if there's any question in your mind that you want to ask him, do well to drop it on the chat. Okay, so I think the last response even leads us to the next question, right? It's about volunteering in SPE. So looking at you, a seasoned reservoir engineer with over 20 years of experience, and also serving in SPE for close to 20 years now, right? Have you been able to balance it, right? You have a 9-to-5 job. You've also been taking up leadership roles, because I know there are a number of us on this call who are volunteering in either in the student space or even in the young professional space, or even at the senior member level, right? Have you been able to manage all of this? Oh, volunteering, what are the perks of volunteering? And then how have you been able to manage it and also still standing out in your 9-to-5 and excelling in your field as a reservoir engineer?
Okay. Thank you very much. This one could be very challenging, but again, there's always a way out of it. If you look at SP, like now, it's bedtime. You must be willing to sacrifice. Then other meetings are after work. I know that sometimes, I know I've had meetings till 7 or till 8 if you're having a lot of review to do. And again, the way you balance this is very important. For SPE, you need to work hard because you have technical paper presentations, and sometimes you write about the work that you do. And when you're writing about the work that you do, you know that normally, like in most organizations, you need permission to be able to present these things. And once your bosses know that you're looking at certain things and they take a look at it, and it becomes interesting, you're publicizing what they've achieved. So we get the support instantly and immediately. This paper goes a long way. And you know, especially for companies that have headquarters outside the country. Some papers need validation from the HQ. And if you have such papers that is validated at HQ level, you're already known in the system. And again, if you have technical challenges and you try to leverage on SPE resources to resolve these problems, so you are connecting SPE and the challenges within the system. For instance, when we were dealing with some challenges like scale problem, I remember as a team, we leveraged on some technical resources in the SPE to look at the scale appearance indicators. And references are made, okay, this is reference to so and so. And when we are presenting, see where we got this from. So some of these things were adopted internally, and then it now become something that we use. So if you now tell your boss, okay, I have SPE something in so and so place, they will gladly bless you, knowing that as you're doing that, you're bringing something back home. So it's a you sacrifice, and then you show them the product of your sacrifice, and everybody will leverage on it. But I want to seize this opportunity to equally thank companies like where I work, Total Energies, because of the benefits that they see that SPE bring. They are always in support of SPE activities. For instance, they pay subscription fee for all staff. As far as you are a member, the company pays subscription for you, and sometimes they sponsor staff for conferences, and not just staff. The company sponsors students. I remember when I was a student affairs chairman, the company sponsors students, not just officers, but students that are within the system and those in the schools. We even sponsor lecturers who happen to be in the school. We select lecturers and then we sponsor. And sometimes they provide even accommodation for the lecturers. Again, we payment for all these resources that I've mentioned. Like in my system here, they make a payment for these resources. So as a staff, you don't need to pay because the company has already paid. It's just leverage on the resources. So they make life easy for them. I know that SPDC and other companies are similar. So they make life easy for everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Indeed, there are really lots of benefits that you stand to gain for volunteering with SPE. And I think there's something I love about SPE that they do, right? If, for instance, you take up a board role, the SPI president actually would write a letter to your boss. So the request for details of your manager to say, okay, Ofure is volunteering with SPE in this capacity. We just want to thank you as a company for allowing her to feature or volunteer in this capacity and all of that. So they always have that mail or that letter that is sent to your boss. So your boss is aware that you are actually serving also in this space and they will give you the required support. So I think
that's correct.
Yes, I think it's just a wonderful place to be in SPE. I think the coordination, everything is just top notch. And I think I am happy and I am proud to be a member of SPE. And I also see it in you too. You're also proud to be a member of this great society. Thank you so much. We'll move to networking, right? I know most times when people join organizations like this, they're like, okay, what do I stand? What are the benefits? If maybe I'm not even volunteering as a person, but I've registered as a member, how do I leverage on the benefit of networking that SPA brings? So we have series of conferences, we have monthly technical meetings and all of that. When we talk about networking and a benefit of being a member of SPA, how do you want to help us break it down so that students here can understand what it means, and even young professionals and even industry professionals are here? How has SPA helped in, or how does it help in helping you build your network in the industry?
Okay, this is another interesting one. And basically, if you go to the SPA website, networking is emphasized. Like I said, the first statement I made, let me use it all. So networking is very valuable. There are some people that are coming to SP, they just sneak in and sneak out. You are not known, and it's not very healthy. It's not very good. For instance, even as a senior member, nobody will force you to pick up roles. They can suggest, and as far as you continue to decline, you will not be able to build network across in the industry. So if you come in and then you volunteer, sometimes like committee membership, you can tell the PC, okay, I have a passion for so and so committee. Then this kind of what I know about SP, they will put you there. And then you have opportunity to excel, to bring your knowledge to bear there. And again, once you do that, the sky seems to be open. Everybody will always note that this person is willing to serve, this person does a lot. So there are many ways to do that. You know that we have monthly technical meetings. So show yourself, ask questions, and then if you have very good technical things to present, we are going to give you that opportunity to showcase your talent. And by so doing, you get known. And even as a student, you need to attend conferences, you need to come to our monthly technical meetings. You just have to be everywhere. Be everywhere, because that is the only way you can be seen. And networking is of serious advantage. You get to know people, you have people that you can pick up phone and call. So thing, I was trying it, but it seems I'm not making it. Just discussing with somebody with mates, during maybe technical meetings, technical conferences, and things like that. The person will now give you a suggestion. And sometimes I can tell you from experience, those suggestions can navigate you to the answer. And these are the benefits you get from networking. But again, the problem students used to have, because I've been a student affairs chairman, the first thing, what do I get? And then, as you're meeting a senior member, you're already outlining your problems. So when you start by doing that, you're putting people will put some distance away from you. But there's a way you even present problems after people have known you. In fact, even if they come to hear that they have issues and then we mention, you see senior members getting angry and say, tell me, okay, what technically and financially I can tell you, because SP will take care of our own. You can't have problems and senior members will just sit down and watch. Senior members, I repeat, are also always watching, and they want your welfare to be uppermost every time.
Thank you so much, sir. So indeed, please, wanting to know, senior members are watching, students on the call, SDs are watching, SDs are our section directors, they are watching, our section chair is watching, engineer STN is watching. So please just keep doing your best, volunteer and volunteer well, because some people, when they call a form, send the form for volunteers, like call for volunteers, you see a lot of persons who fill the form. But when it's time to deliver and do the work, you see only few people doing it. And maybe at the end of the day, if those few people get favored, or maybe opportunities come and people, they get such opportunities, you start hearing voices saying that, hey, this and that, this person was helped, not knowing that these people actually put in the work. So please, if you are volunteering, be available to do the work. Don't just say my name should just be there and that's all. Create time to also support whichever team that you'll be volunteering with, because there are lots of benefits that you stand to gain. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. It's been great anchoring this fireside chat with you. And I think we have a question on the chat because of time, and we'll be ending soon, but it would be great to take this question from Mohammed Yusuf. And his question says, what key skills or knowledge areas do you consider most critical for a young engineer to develop early in their career, and how much role does SPE play in this?
Okay, I'm going to be very frank with you. Computer knowledge is very important because whatever you're doing, everything is all about computing. If you're good at programming, you are like setting the stage to fly. What I'm telling you is what I didn't know personally. So I put myself too much on the technical. At the initial stage, I just grabbed a little bit of what I can do with computing. But you know, if you start by studying different aspects like programming, you see everything you need later. Like if you need to analyze data, all you need to do is your little knowledge or your in-depth knowledge of computer. You can do different things with data analysis. And in this our industry, data is key. Data is key. You can't go without data. In fact, if you're trying to ignore data, you walk like a blind person. You're moving blindly. You know, imagine walking without opening your eyes. You just hit the wall and then you have the safety case at hand. So what does SPE do? Section 103 in particular, they've been organizing a lot of trainings. And every time I see this computer training, I say, okay, YPs are benefiting. Every time I see it, I say, YPs are benefiting. And I hope the people that are asking this question, YPs are listening, and then they are going to do the needful. Because once you have a lot of programming knowledge, you see that you push it to the other areas. Technical knowledge you've already acquired in the school. You only need to polish it. Then you continue to excel. So that is what you need to get first at the early stage, because it will really help.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you so much. And I think what you've said is just so spot on, because data is key and life in this our industry, and especially for students here. If you are a student, because I keep telling people, nobody teaches you how to use Microsoft Office, right? You get into the industry, there won't be a dedicated class or course to say, come and learn MS Word, MS Excel. But you doing your final year project, you actually use these tools. You will present to your lecturers the work that you have done using PowerPoint. You need to learn such skills. You need to learn how to use that tool. Microsoft Word, that's where you put your own project reports. You first use Microsoft before you convert to PDF and all of that. So all of those skills is important that you already know how to use that. And I love it when I see YPs and even students, they are not out of school already. They're already thinking data. They're already asking, okay, what kind of courses can I do that would help me stay in track with all of this that's happening in the industry? Engineer Essien has already mentioned data analytics is key as a young engineer, and you want to actually thrive in this industry. Outside of knowing your domain knowledge, which could be drilling engineering, reservoir engineering, it's important that you also have these other skills. Seeing how you can analyze data, you see data, you can make sense out of it. It's important for you as a student to already start aligning yourself with those areas. So when you come in, you would really stand out and excel. I think it's been great talking to Engineer Essien, but I think it's just one more question before we call it a day. I know we mentioned we have a number of companies here, indigenous companies, and most times SPE, of course, is a non-for-profit. Well, normally we reach out to these companies to say, come sponsor us. We have this event, we have this activity, we'll need your support. So it will be, I want to ask, it would be great if you don't mind, just help us give a brief summary of the benefits for this company. So, okay, if maybe my company, for instance, want to support SPE events, what are the perks? What are the things that, okay, when they come sponsor these events, it will be an added advantage for them. So if you don't mind, if you can just share a few tips or a few benefits.
Okay. Thank you very much. I've been at the forefront of pushing my company to sponsor a lot of activities. And from the lot I had is that at the company section of the company, you have SPE member. For instance, the electrical director of SPE who was there then, Engineer Alec Musa. I keep mentioning him because he really contributed so much to the industry. So it was easy. And thereafter, you have the BMD, Deepwater, who happened to be Engineer Victor Bandele. So then we also have the Executive Director, Latunji Akomi, who happened to be the HPE Council Chair. So these are people that I walk up to and say, okay, we have some sponsorship. And then even if we are coming for courtesy visit, they make life very easy. So internally, we always speak to them before the SPA board will come. So life becomes easy. They understand the benefits of SPA, the aspect of networking. So what I will encourage others to do is, first of all, establish that rapport with your management. And this rapport is not just something you establish by standing, it's by showing working. How do you show working? If you are working on a particular subject, make it known that what has helped you is your SPA membership and the source that you are leveraging on to solve this problem is from SPA technical resources. And then even the person that is looking at your work would like to go and check the source for his own benefit. And when these things happen, you see, it makes room for, okay, we are having such occasional, can the company sponsor? So life will be easier that way. So because you have to show up for the management to look at you. If you don't show working, they don't know exactly what you are doing. It's like speaking in abstract terms. Now, when we are talking in abstract terms, the explanation becomes too long. So sure. I don't know whether that answers the question.
It does. Show working. And I think it relates a bit to this question on the chat. We have two more. I know we are pressed for time, but I will just go with Edwin's question. He said, how do you suggest a YP represents SP in an organization who sees your volunteering as a distraction to your work, strongly discourage other engagements, and how best can such situation be handled? He's a YP and it just needs clarity or advice on how to navigate this space where people see SP volunteer as a distraction.
Yeah, if it happens, I can tell you, I won't shy away from this because there are some bosses you work with, they don't want to hear. But sometimes when they are surprised at these bosses that do not want to hear. Once you're able to demonstrate with one subject what the impact of being SP membership has afforded you, is the icebreaker that will open more doors for them to think twice. But just to give you an instance here, instead of working on the negative, you know that SP, most of our programs, now recognize that you have your work to do because it's important. That is where you belong. The work is very important. So a lot of SP programs are for weekends and after work hours. It is not compulsory that you have to attend every SP event. You yourself, you have to pity the company. Because if you spend all your time in SP organization, the company will your own service equally. So you have to be able to balance the two. You go for SP events, then normally try to make sure that you give the company what belongs to them. Weekends, and if you know that you have a boss that does not necessarily allow you to go for events while you're still working, you take some days off. If you want to attend conference and you know that your boss will not permit you, you take some days off. And I like what SP is doing now. If you are very involved, they can even waive your registration for some conferences. Then the last one, I noticed that they gave accommodation to some core people during the conference. So these are things, if you have all these things as a YP, nothing stops you from taking some days off. It's just okay, I have things to sort out. If you doesn't like to hear about SP, just say, okay, I have personal business to take care of. I will need like 3 days off. And then you go, you come back refreshed. And always make reference to the conference you attended. This is what I brought back from the conference. I think we need to use this. softly in a gradual way will penetrate.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much, sir. I think this has been a fantastic time, and our lunch time, I think it's been well spent, and we just want to say thank you to you. A lot of tips you have shared, your own story, and how SP has also impacted your career. A lot of things said. Please, everyone on the call, if this session has been a great one for you, I think you should drop something that you're taking out of this session on the chat, and also just say a big thank you to our speaker. He said quite a number of things, from the technical resources that will stand to gain from SPE. Is it the One Petrol, the papers that have been done on One Petrol that you can always refer to in case you're doing a technical work or a research? Is it the professional development and the networking that you stand to gain from being members of this society? It's just a lot. And even for students, your membership is even free. As a student, you're currently in the university, you don't pay a dime for being a member of SPE. Chevron already covers for you. So if you're here as a student and you're not registered, you need to go register. You need to reach out to either your student affairs chair or you reach out to your student chapter president and see how you can get registered, and even talk to your friends that are not SP members in school for them to register too, because there are lots of benefits like you've heard today. And of course, another thing that our speaker mentioned today is that for YPs, students, just so you know, senior members are watching. So it's important that as you go ahead to volunteer for SPE, you give it your best shots, because you never can tell well where the connect you make from SPE can help you in life. So a lot have been said. Engineer Essien, I just want to say thank you on behalf of this great section for your time and for coming to share your SP story, and for and also your perspective of all the benefits of and everything you've enjoyed from being a member of this session. So I would hand over now to Engineer Mene because of time. So please, if you still have questions, you can always reach out to the membership chair. If you have questions and maybe we can answer here, because I know some of us have a hard stop for 1 p.m. because we have other meetings, but please feel free to always connect with the membership chair or any of us, even on LinkedIn. You can always reach out to us. Thank you so much, sir. Engineer Mene, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Ofure. Thank you, sir, Engineer Kese. It was a wonderful time. I believe every one of us on the call grabbed something from the most experienced, one of our most experienced hand in SP. Engineer Kese has a lot to give us. And permit me, if there was time, if you are taking like 2 hours to give us what we can enjoy from SP. So taking us further, we call Raymond or Edwin for a brief. We have Tesondron Nigeria Limited. Tesondron Nigeria Limited is giving out a data support for all the students that joined this call from the beginning down to the end. So I will hand it over to Raymond or Edwin to invite the HRO of Tesondron, Ms. Chizoba, for the data giveaway. Then also, I want to also let you know that with the membership team, we are very much around to assist you enrolling SP. Enrolling SP today will help you in your career, help you building your technical space also. So please, at every time we are available to attend to you. So over to Raymond. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, and thank you to our speaker who has done justice to this topic today. I appreciate your time, sir. Right now we'll go over to the giveaway of data for the first 10 students. We would like to call on the HR of Tesondron to take up that task. If we can get to it right away, please, the HR of Tesondron.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Felicitas Chizobam from Tesondron Nigeria Limited. We are honored to do the giveaway for data for students that are joining us today. We will appreciate if you drop your details with the organizers will get back to you on that. Thank you so very much.
Okay, so for the students who are on call here, I hope you understand. You have a responsibility to just give us your details, and she'll be getting back to you with your goodies, data, just a small token of appreciation for your presence here for the October edition of the SPE launch. We appreciate you. We hope we'll be seeing more of you as time goes by, and you become more committed members as time goes by too. I think we've come to the section where we will appreciate.
So we take photograph. After photograph, we get some questions from the call, and after then we do a closing remark. Thank you.
Okay.
The photograph, see me up, please.
Okay, let's just turn our camera so we'll snap our pictures. Yeah, you can see some videos are coming up. Okay, more are still coming up. 2 seconds more. If your video is not up, that means you will not be captured for the picture. So you just need to turn on your video. Okay, 1 second, we go. So I'm just going to say SPE, then thumbs up, then cleaner energy, then I'll snap the picture. So SPE, cleaner
energy.
Cleaner energy. Cleaner
Thank
energy.
you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, all right, thank you very much for that. So we'll go on to the recognition of companies who have shown commitment to the SPE launch. We'd like to acknowledge the following companies: Tezon Drone Nigeria Limited, for their time, for their effort; Total Energies, Oil Test Group, Hydro Service, and Oil Data. We say a big thank you to all of you, and we really appreciate you on behalf of the SPE Section 103. We say thank you very much, and I will hope to continue to receive your support even as we go forward. Thank you very much.
They've sacked Ten Hag.
Okay.
Okay, thank
Right,
you,
so
Remo.
yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Remo. So I want to also thank everyone for joining. So we come to the end of the program. So this program, we have every edition in every month. So we look forward to seeing us more on the call. So I think we have some one or two. I saw some hand raised up earlier. I don't know if the question is for our speaker. If it's for our speaker, please, I would like you to do it to us as a mail. We forward it to our speaker. The response we get back to you so that we can do our various tasks.
Hello, Mene.
Okay. Please.
Hello, Mene.
Yeah, I can hear your name, please.
My name is Engineer Onode Bundewosu. My name is Engineer Onode Bundewosu, Student Affairs Chairperson. Hello.
We are hearing you, please.
So I just wanted to thank the membership team, and Engineer Sen has done a fantastic job. I know vote of time has been given, but I still want to commend our students for joining the call, and I still encourage them that everybody on this call, most especially students,
we have a target of membership renewal for December. So if you're a student, you are benefiting from this, or you're a YP, and you've not renewed your membership, and you've not renewed your membership, I think you are doing a great disservice to the section, because membership growth adds a lot when it comes to the awards that we win in the section. So our beloved student members on this call, I will thank the company that gave the free data as well for students that stay to the end of the call. Let's just make sure that we go to our SP profile, sp.org, on our membership profile, and click just renew and generate receipt for students. Then for the final year students, make sure you do your transition to YP. SP pays for 1 year for you. Please, let's do this and make sure that we keep the flagship of Port Harcourt section on higher ground. Thanks so much. Thanks, Mene. Well done.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Wanode. So we've come to the end of this program. I want to thank everybody once again. So for